Thank you for choosing to review Cayosoft Guardian's newest feature addition, Intune Change Capture and Alerting, and single-click rollback of Intune policies and configurations. Cayosoft Guardian is the first product on the market to offer these capabilities for Microsoft Intune. I'm Shawnee Reiner, Solutions Engineering Manager for Cayosoft. Before we dive into the Intune capabilities, it is important to understand that Guardian is a complete monitoring and recovery solution for Microsoft Entra ID and Active Directory, including a revolutionary instant forest recovery technology and methodology that only Cayosoft offers and can reestablish your forest within minutes. GFR seamlessly offers in a single console and solution, audit and alert, rollback, change protection of objects, threat analytics, and a lightweight intuitive platform for multi-forest and multi-tenant hybrid environments. If you are interested in learning about the full capabilities of Guardian, please visit cayosoft.com/question and select to learn about Guardian Forest Recovery. In this video, I will demonstrate Guardian's feature capabilities specific to Microsoft Intune. So first, let's quickly review what Intune objects Guardian can monitor and restore, and then we'll move into the demonstration. We monitor and offer alerting and rollback for device additions, deletions, and user registrations, and configuration activities for policies, profiles, setting, catalogs, administrative templates, and compliance policies. So now let's look at Guardian in action. So to begin with, Guardian offers the ability to view relative information for your Intune configurations. So for example, I can navigate to my managed tenant, the Intune bucket, and I can take a look at my managed devices. Now I only have a single device because this is a small lab that I demonstrate from, but it will list all of your managed devices and across multiple tenants. The main page for any of the items that it's able to manage and view displays a lot of relative information. For example, for your registered devices, it's showing me my primary users, the last time it checked in, whether it's compliant or not, etc. I can also drill into the properties of any item, and it's going to give me information related to that item. So in this case, general information about this device. Change history relevant to this device. I can further drill into any of these change history items and start to investigate them with the investigative forensics options available in all of the change history items. I can also see the user login history. I can drill into the user and take a look at the activities and general information related to the user that's registered to this device. I can see the related information to my registered user here. I can take a look at change history that shows changes to and by this user. I can take a look at his group membership, devices he owns, Azure resource roles and app role assignments, and I can continue to drill down as I need to as I'm investigating. This kind of behavior is available through all of Guardian, regardless of what you're looking at. Any of its items, its buckets, its configurations, all allow this type of navigation and investigative research. For example, if we take a look at another one of the items for Intune, you can see that it is displaying the information pertinent to that. This is compliance policy, so it's showing me my compliance policy. I can further drill down and see information about how it's configured, the health, its security. I can see its change history, just general information about the device itself. And as I navigate back to the main navigation page and clicking through the other 3 items that we are monitoring and alerting on, as I take a look, you can see it's listing all of my device configurations, the settings catalogs that I have configured, and my administrative templates. And for any of the items, it modifies the information it's displaying and offers the properties drill down. So for all events that Guardian can capture and alert and offer restore for, they display in the change history bucket. And this change history bucket does display your multi-forest events, your multi-tenant events, all in this seamless single instance and console of Guardian. Guardian does not alert on every event it captures, of course. So those items that are alerting display in the Change Alerts bucket. Also, you can configure alerts to be sent via email and Teams. Alerting rules control what events actually alert, and it's basically a collection or a query that collects those events it's capturing and then sends the alerts for just those specific items in the query. As an example of the type of alert that it sends, I'm displaying an alert that's in Teams, but the same information and functionality is available in email alerts as well. You can see it gives you the title, all of the information, and you can click in for more details or even roll back from the event. Guardian provides alerting out of the box for the most critical change types in Azure, Entra-ID, and Active Directory. But while that is provided out of the box for easy administration and implementation, these are completely configurable to tune to your environment, and you can create custom event capture and alerts for specific items in your AD and Entra-ID. For example, you may have a specific Intune compliance policy that you want to closely monitor. You can set this up specific to your policy so that that alert does not get ignored in the general alerting that's happening. So let's review some events that I previously captured, and then I'll demonstrate some real-time audits and alerts. Guardian installs with built-in event capture queries for easy use and administration. So if we take a look at the Intune queries, these are the queries that come with Guardian out of the box and cover all of the areas that we are capturing and can provide alerting. If I want to find events specific to a particular object type, such as setting catalog changes, I can select that query and it automatically filters for me. I can further filter by typing a keyword in the search field. I can also select property items to further filter this list. If I'm on the All Changes query or the All Intune Changes, that can become very handy if you're not exactly sure the object type you're looking for. For any event though, once you've found the event that you want, you can select it and there are some immediate actions on the ribbon. I can simply click Add Alert and this will create an alert specific to the item I've selected here. I can click Add Report and that will create a report that I can have scheduled to send to appropriate team members. You do not need to be a reporting expert in order to set these reports up. It's a simple click Add Report and select your team members to send to. I can roll back from here. Roll back takes the old value of the item before it was changed and restores that. And you can validate that you're restoring the right item from the right event by looking at the old values and the new value. But rollback is a single click and it will instantly restore that particular item for you. So let's see some of this in real-time action. I'm in my Intune Admin Center here, and I'm going to make some changes to one of my administrative templates. I believe what I want to edit is the group assignment for this. So I'm actually going to add a group, and I think I'm going to add my cloud only group. All right, once that's there, I'll review and save. And then I'm also going to edit a configuration setting. So let's just select this one and I will enable it. All right. So now that I've made those changes, let's take a look at how Guardian captures that. So back in Guardian, if I look for all of my Intune changes, I can see the 2 changes that came in. If I take a look at them, I can see this is the change for disabled to enabled. For the configuration setting, here is the addition of that cloud group. I'm actually only going to roll this one back. Guardian, because we capture most events as an individual change, allows for a lot of granularity in those rollback. I can leave the one setting and only roll back the setting that I really want to change. Notice the new event that came in, because it also captures that rollback I just did. So you can see it was saying the group was there and now it's not. let's go take a look at it in my tenant. So coming back here, let's refresh to make sure we have the latest view. And going into the properties of this, you can see the group has been changed. But if I come into my settings here, you can see that that is still enabled. So it did not roll that one back, which is exactly the behavior that I was expecting. Now let's delete the entire profile. All right, let's see how Guardian captures that. It's already captured that delete, so I'm just going to roll that back right here from the main page. And we will see that rollback come in. There's the job execution. Here is the undelete. So let's go back to the tenant and refresh. And there's my policy, and it's been restored exactly how I had it. Going back to the ability for Intune to display configuration items to you, let's create a new compliance policy and show how quickly that shows up in Guardian. So if I come to the compliance page, create a policy, select a platform, walk through the wizard, all right, now let's take a look at Guardian. If we go to our Manage Tenants, go to Intune and Compliance Policies, you can see how quickly that shows up, and it should be displaying the items that I selected, which in this case was not very much, but that's exactly what it's displaying to me. Final capability for demonstration is the object protection, or we call it automated rollback. For this part of the demonstration, I created a custom query to look at just one settings catalog profile in my environment. So if I look at those, the one that I will set automated rollback up for is this particular settings catalog configuration profile. So let me show you what that query looks like. So the query I created, I called it iOS admin template protection. And when you create a query, you simply pick from what's being displayed for your Active Directory or your Entra ID the item that you want to protect. And you can do multiples, it does not have to be a single item. You select the object type, which is a list of the object types Guardian is aware of. And then you can further click actions, etc. If you leave anything blank, it's assuming all. So in this case, I'm saying I want to find all actions by anyone, any type properties in any of my tenants for this specific policy. So once I have the query set up, I add that alert, which I did already. And in my change alerting rules, it shows up here. And to set automatic rollback, I simply go into the properties, the workflow steps, and I can turn automatic rollback on. I can also select how I want alerts. I can set it up just to send me the before action, the rollback actions, or I can do all of the actions via Teams and or email. To create that whitelist of users that is allowed to make changes, you select the properties of rollback and list those permitted accounts. If the user is not in this permitted list, it does not matter what their native privilege level of access is. They could be a global admin, they could be an enterprise admin, it doesn't matter. If they're not on the approved list, the item is protected from changes by that user. This is a great way to enforce change control. So now that I have automatic rollback turned on, what I'm going to do is make a couple of changes to that particular settings catalog profile. So navigating to that particular settings catalog template, I'm going to just make a simple change to it. Let's add another device. All right. Let's go ahead and save that. All right, let's see how Guardian is capturing that. So first, we should see the changes coming in. So we can see where Tracy has been added. There's the original ones. And we should also see a change coming in that puts it back to its original configuration. And we should also see those alerts in here. And yes, we can see here is the modified and the rollback. So let's go out and take a look at how that has been restored in the actual tenant. So let's refresh our view. And if we come down and take a look, we can see that the 3 are there and that the new one I added has been removed. So now with automatic rollback on, let me go ahead and delete this profile. We can see the delete. And we can take a look at the alert. There we are. We can already see the rollback has occurred. So if we go back out to the tenant and refresh, we can see it's been returned. And if we take a look, we can see it has its original configuration. For some takeaway points, it's important to remember that Guardian is a seamless audit, alert, and recovery solution in one console and instance for multi-forest and multi-tenant. It is the first and only product of its kind to offer audit, alert, and rollback for Intune, and provides a revolutionary and inventive methodology and technology for Active Directory forest recovery that restores your forest in minutes. Intune features include monitor and rollback for device configuration and profile, compliance policy, setting catalog profiles, and administrative template configurations. Thank you for your time, and for more information, please visit cayosoft.com/questions and select the Guardian Forest Recovery as the product solution.